Welcome back, everybody, to Minecraft, Cole's Craft, whatever I want to call this thing. I'm calling it Cole's Craft on the videos. I just don't know if I actually want to call it Cole's Craft, like, as I'm just talking about. It's weird. Anyway, today, we're continuing on where we left off. We might have to go do some caving. I think that might be actually what we're going to do. We're going to do some caving in that spot we found earlier. But before we do that, we need to take care of this Trident boy before he murders us, and I need to get some food. Because my guy is starving. I'm going to have to get like a jump attack on this guy, I think. If he turns and hits me, I'm dead. Let's get to at least enough hearts I can live a shot from him. Okay, I think I'm good. Charge him. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm so good! I'm so good at this game. Oh, that wasn't even the Trident guy. It's this guy. Did he drop his Trident? No, what a jerk. He didn't even drop a Trident. Alright, anyway, guys, we're going to get ready to go caving. I'm going to drop off a lot of this stuff into my chests. Except for the tools. I'm going to keep the tools. I'm going to keep the iron just in case. At least half of it anyway. Keep the wheat for food. Keep the blocks. Get rid of this. Keep the bucket. Get rid of that. Keep that right there. I try to keep my stuff in a interesting order. That way I can scroll really easily. As you can see, I put my cobblestone on the far right. Because when I'm over here, my pickaxe or my torches, I can just go up with the scroll wheel. And you get to my cobblestone. That's why I have it the way I do anyway. While I'm here, we need to get a crafting table to get some more blocks. Some wood just in case. I also need to get a bunch of wood too. I'm running out of that. I think that's everything. I've got a this, but I don't have any arrows, do I? I guess this chest from the scary guy, it had arrows. I can have 4 arrows, and any skeletons I kill, I can steal their stuff too. I'm also going to grab one of these pickaxes, I think. Yeah, let's grab one of these pickaxes. We'll use it when this one breaks. Alright, let's go ahead and go explore through that ravine that we found last time. There was a lot of scary things. I need to grab cobblestone just in case too. Not cobblestone, coal is what I meant. Is this the only wood I have? I need to take that too, because I'm probably going to have to make torches at some point. Alright, let's get going. So, picking up where we left off, when I was working at Play and Trade, so after those two guys left, and the quote-unquote era of me being the new guy, after that ended, the two people that replaced them actually had worked there before prior. So, me being the new guy never really stopped. Oh, that was a risky move. I essentially was always the new guy, like, the entire time I was there, the first time I was there. I was there twice in my life, that's why I say that. So the first time, yeah, like I said, I was pretty much the new guy. There wasn't anybody there ever that was there after me, because everyone had been there at least once. So, these new two people that showed up, one of them was a girl that wasn't related to my owner, but had just gotten a job there, I think probably when she was in high school as well. I think she had to have been 21 or 2 or something like that when she was working there when I was there. She was super nice. She just, you know, kind of kept to herself. Didn't really say much. I definitely knew the owner's daughters better just because I went to school with one of them and they were my age. So I talked to them more. And then the other guy that replaced the other two, he was really cool. I really liked working with him, actually. He was really into video games. He was definitely older than me. I think he had to have been like 26 maybe, 27, 28, maybe even 30 when he started working there. He had a wife and kids and everything, but he kind of just he was like the stay-at-home dad kind of style. And then he got the job at Play and Trade so that he could buy games, because he didn't want to have to use the money that, like, went towards his family for his hobby, you know, if that makes any sense. So while his kids were at school, he would work and whatnot. He was a really, really cool guy, though. I really enjoyed working with him. Super knowledgeable about games. Very, like, even more so than I am. Like, he, really, really good guy. Really enjoyed working with him. He was an achievement hunter, too. That's one of the other big things I remember about him. He he actually showed me a lot of like the different like achievement hunter websites that people would use, and like he had so much gamer score, and like he'd show me different games that you could play like 5 minutes and get every achievement on. Like there's a Avatar: The Last Airbender game. I'm pretty sure it's called The Burning Earth. That game specifically, once you pop the game in, if you do a couple of different things in the game while you're playing, you can get every single achievement there is to get in the game. There's only 5. And if you do that, you instantly gain like 1,000 gamer score. Each achievement's worth a 250 gamer score or something like that. And it's super easy to do. Like I said, you can do it in like 5 minutes or something. That was on the 360. It was just stuff like that was just super interesting that he would kind of teach me and show me and whatnot. It was pretty fun. He also told me about a lot of games I should play. He's originally the first person that told me about Persona 4 to be specific, and I should have played it back then, but I did buy it because of him. I found it on Amazon and picked it up. There was other games he told me to buy and stuff, and I honestly don't think I ever beat a game he told me to play, which makes me feel really bad. I think the first one's gonna be Final Fantasy VII, but I'm playing their remake, so I don't even know if that actually counts for what he was thinking. But it was such a good time working with him. He was very knowledgeable. He had a lot of fun stories about games in general, so I really enjoyed working with him. But that was essentially my Play and Trade experience, the video game store. It was really interesting and fun because like my friends knew I worked there. When people that didn't know I worked there would show up, they'd be like, "Oh, hey, Clint, are you working?" You know, things like that. The only times that sucked was when people would be like, "Oh, hey, because you know me, can you give me a discount?" I'm like, "No, dude, get out of here. I don't know you, nor do I know you or care enough to give you a discount." I was a bit of a jerk when I worked there, I'm not gonna lie. There was one story in particular that I remember really, really well, and I want to tell that one. I think it's a fun one. These slimes are gonna murder me. So there was this one time I was working all by myself this day, and I should have got more stuff for swords, to be honest. I was working all by myself for the night. I was closing up. Man, there's a bunch of lighting glitches in the game today. I need to get the gold. I was closing up the shop, and there's this guy that came in. He was really talkative, really good guy. And he was... I don't remember what exactly it was that he bought first. I think it was just a Game Boy Advanced game. Anyway, after that, after he purchased the game, he was looking at the other Game Boy Advance games, or he just started looking at them. He may have picked up something else. He was looking at that stuff anyway. And he saw, I think it was a Mary, Kate, and Ashley game. He's like, "Oh, yo, this is like what my sister played when she was a kid. This would be fun to give it to her." I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of fun." And then he's like, "How much is it?" I'm like, "Oh, I looked at it, and it was $2. That's what we had it listed for anyway. I'm sure it was probably less than that." And the guy is like, "Okay, I've got a deal to make with you." And I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" And he said, "I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads, I get the game for free, or tails, I pay double the price of what it is." I don't know why I agreed to this either. I was in such a weird mood, I guess, that I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. This will be an interesting thing to do." So I decided to take him up on his offer, and in doing so, I actually won, and this poor guy had to pay $4 for a garbage Mary, Kate, and Ashley game. Oh man, it was so fun. It was so much fun that he had to do that. I don't know why. I still get a kick out of it every time I think about it. It just makes me laugh. Let's eat this. Yeah, it was good times. Things like that at that job really were part of what made working at that place worth it. Like, there were definitely other things that I enjoyed working at that place, but it was that kind of stuff that was just a lot of fun. I know I heard a creeper fall down. I don't know where it went, though. I'm afraid it's just gonna murder me. I don't have any armor. I need to get armor, too. In all honesty, I should start smelting the iron that I have and make armor. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, actually. Let's find a safe, quote-unquote, safe spot. I'm not having luck with this. I did a 180. Is this kind of safe? Yeah, sure. This is kind of safe. There's the pick. Okay. Drop the crafting table. Cobble. Furnace. I don't know why I did that. Oops. Okay. We got some armor, so I feel a little bit safer now. Anyway, so yeah, that was my time at Play and Trade. There were other things that happened there while I was working. Some things kind of memorable, some things not as memorable. Oh shoot, okay, so this is the dungeon that I found. I knew it was around here somewhere. There's a name tag in there I left. I don't want to find those baby spiders. I hate them so much. Easily my least favorite thing in this whole game. Oh, I just hearing them, dude. I hate listening to the spider noises they make. Something in my eye, too. That's unrelated. Let's make pants. I need blocks right there. I don't know if they're above or below me. Not having luck. Oh, son of a... There he's a skeleton. I should have looked that way before turning my back. I need to go back and get that iron. Is that's? I think that's the spider that I kept hearing. Well, there's no way it was. He's not walking. Is that just redstone down there? Yeah. Okay. And then over here... Ooh, that looks really tempting to go explore. But I need to go back and get the iron before I get too far away. I'll have to come right back here, though, because this looks interesting. But yeah, so that was the first time I worked at Play and Trade. And then I took a year or so off and did other things. And then I went back to Play and Trade. And while... I went back there for a couple months before I moved up to Boise to start school. And so while I was there the second time, I was basically like... It was basically like I was one of those people that had worked there before and then had come back. I broke that torch. Whoops. Kind of like what had happened to me. And when I had gotten there the second time... Oh, where is it? There it is. When I'd gotten there the second time... What was I going to say? Like, there was one other person working there that was new. I swear there had to have been two. Yeah, there had to have been two people. The grandson of one of the people. Oh, okay. So that older girl that showed up when I worked there the first time, she had also left but came back around the same time I started working there again. And then there was the grandson of the owner, and then another girl that was just working there just because. And she was younger than me. The grandson was younger than me, but the other girl was older than me. I'm pretty sure that's all it was the second time when I was working there. And maybe one of the granddaughters was still there. I don't remember. And that was, like, I don't know. It was fun. It was not as fun as the first time, I don't think. Just because of the whole... I don't know. I really liked the people I worked with the first time I was there. It doesn't mean, like, I didn't like the people I worked with the second time. I didn't really care much for my boss's grandson, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was kind of a jerk, a lame-o. It turns out he was doing some unethical things as well with the money. I'm sure you can imagine what that means. And so I had multiple reasons. I didn't know about that at the time, but later on I'd found that out. Oh, there was another guy. Not related to this family as well, but he'd also just worked there. He didn't really play many games, but he did play some, but... He was also younger than me. He was an okay guy. I mean, he was okay working with. I definitely liked him better than the grandson. Yeah, so, like, I don't know. the girl that was there, she was really nice. She was okay. And then the girl that I knew that had been working there, she was basically the same. Just as nice. But yeah, that time, the second time back wasn't very eventful. I was only there for a couple months, so really not a lot of stuff even had time to happen while I was there the second time. It's weird how working at a job, the longer you are, the more stuff you start realizing you can talk about because of the different things that happen while you're there. I don't know where I was going. I think it was this way. Oh yeah, it was this way, but then it was a dead end, wasn't it? I'm gonna double check this just in case. There might have been another way. And then like the shorter amount of time you're at, yes, yeah, dead end. The shorter amount of time that you're at somewhere, you kind of just tend to forget about that time. You mix up the 2 times you were there. Or I guess in my case, yeah, I mix up the 2 times I was there. I don't know. But that was it for working at Play and Trade. Like I said, I've got other stories and things that happened while I was there, especially the first time. But I'll talk about those in another time. If you guys want them, let me know, and I will tell those stories, but I'll save them for the time being. But anyway, that brings us to when I was working in Boise, when I was going to school. So the first semester while I was at school, I was basically just living off of my savings and not generating any income at all whatsoever, which was a blast. Honestly, it was so much fun. I loved it so much, not having to worry at all about working and just going to school, enjoying my life. Of course, that couldn't last forever, though. In fact, I had to go back and get a job, and then all my fun ended, pretty much. Damn, this part looks like Man Doug almost. Yeah, so like I said, the first couple months while I was there, it was really, really fun. Honestly, if I can recommend anything, if you're going to school or planning on going to school, I highly, highly, highly recommend trying your best to make it so that you don't have to work. Granted, school is very, very expensive. I understand that. But if you can go to school, go to college specifically, without having to work, you will enjoy school so much more. Not only will you enjoy it more, but you'll get more out of it because you're not focused on getting a bunch of money so that you can actually go to school. It was awesome. Really, really enjoyed it. That's 100% the way to go to school, is not having to work at all. Honestly, if I didn't have to work, that would have been a pretty big factor of potentially staying at school too. But the fact that I had to work and stuff for school as well, that's partly why I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to. And that's why I'm here. Yeah, but I don't know, like, it's a good experience. Going to school is not a bad thing by any means. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to do something that does require higher education. If you're on the edge, definitely go for it. I highly, highly say go for it. Even if you don't end up doing the stuff that you learned about in school, you'll still be grateful for the stuff that you did learn, the knowledge and whatnot that you gained from working there, or not working, from going to school. Granted, I kind of knew what I wanted to do from the beginning, so I did take classes that helped me out with that. But, I mean, if I could go back, I probably would have done some different classes as well. Like, there's some classes I would have done more of, some classes I wouldn't have even done, for example. And that's just kind of the way it works, I guess. When I went to school, I had all intentions of staying in school, too. I wasn't planning on leaving and then coming down to the other guys and hanging out with making Radkatz stuff. But that is just not the way life works sometimes, especially when you're trying to fulfill your dream and doing whatever it takes to do that. But yeah, I don't even know where I am in this cave anymore. I have an idea, but I would like to find an area that I have not been to before. I'm having difficulty with that. Okay, I know I've been over here, but I don't think I've been farther than the stuff over here. So let's go check this out. I should have just left all the iron cooking, because I came right back to this spot anyway. I know there was... Oh, shoot! Don't dig straight up, everybody. I know there was another spot in this cave somewhere that I hadn't been to just yet. I know for a fact there was, because I had dug straight up from that spot as well. Maybe I should have found where I dug up and did it. I don't know. I think it was past this way. Maybe I'm crazy. This is kind of an interesting area. Oh, here we go. I think I might have found something. Just a scary spider causing trouble. And a nasty old slime doing slimy business. Oh, okay, that was nothing. Alright, so, guys, when we come back, we're going to be doing some more of this caving. And, yeah, we're going to see the stuff we can find. Hopefully we don't die. We're completely armored up, so we should be good for the time being. Thanks again for listening and for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one. In the next one, I'm going to continue on talking about jobs and the jobs that I had when I was in Boise. Thanks again. We'll see you all later. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.